Here are the top 5 small forwards in Maryland basketball history. Number 5, LaRon Profit, a dynamic ingredient on Gary Williams' tournament teams of the late 90s. Profit arrived as a little-known recruit and left as one of the Maryland's best wing players ever. He ranks 3rd in steals behind Juan Dixon and Johnny Rhodes and sits 15th in points. As a junior, he led Maryland in scoring and led the ACC with 2.7 steals per game. A key player on 2 Sweet 16 teams, one of which was ranked as high as number 2 during his senior year. The alley-oop and defensive specialist is one of the only 8 players in school history with 1,500 career points and 500 career rebounds. The Orlando Magic drafted Profit with the 38th pick in the 1999 draft, and he went on to play 4 seasons in the NBA, along with a successful career overseas. Number 4, Ernie Graham. Graham is a versatile wingman and is among Maryland's top 15 players all-time in scoring and assists. He still holds the school's single-game scoring record with 44 points against NC State as a sophomore in 1978 to 1979 and was a key piece of Maryland's regular season ACC championship and Sweet 16 team in the following season. Despite being overshadowed by Albert King and Buck Williams on Maryland's standout teams of the late 70s, Graham graduated as the 4th leading scorer in school history. Graham's substance problems cost him a shot at an NBA career, but he's since become a motivational speaker for at-risk youth, and his son John played for the Terps from 2013 to 2015. Number 3, Adrian Branch. Branch is 6'7" forward who graduated as the 2nd all-time leading scorer in 1984 and is arguably the most notable absent from the rafters at Xfinity Center. One of 6 Maryland players to eclipse the 2,000-point mark, the sweet shooting wingman averaged more than 16 points per game in his career and was a key piece on 3 NCAA tournament teams. As a sophomore, he scored 27 points to lift the Terps over Ralph Sampson in top-ranked Virginia, and as a senior, he led them to their first ACC title in more than 2 decades. Branch was drafted number 46 by the Chicago Bulls in 1985 and was a reserve on the Lakers championship team in 1987. He since launched a successful career as a TV basketball analyst. Number 2, Walt Williams, who is often credited by Gary Williams with keeping the program afloat. Known as the Wizard, he was known for his trademark high socks and exceptional ball skills for a 6'8" forward. His 26.8 point average as a senior, which included a 7-game stretch of 30-plus point games, is unlikely ever to be matched at Maryland again. The Sacramento Kings used the 7th pick of the 1992 NBA draft on Williams, who played 11 seasons in the NBA, averaged double figures 8 times, and retired as the 3rd best three-point shooter in Houston Rockets history at 39.3%. Number 1, Albert King. King arrived as the nation's top recruit ahead of Magic Johnson in the 1977 after averaging 38.6 points and 22 rebounds as a high school senior. He averaged double figures in all 4 seasons at Maryland, highlighted by the 21.7 points per game he scored as a junior, the 2nd highest average of a junior in Maryland history. The ACC Player of the Year and 2nd-team All-American that season, King led an unheralded Maryland team to a number 2 seed and a Sweet 16 appearance. King's 2,058 points sit 4th in Maryland basketball history, and he's tied with John Lucas for the most field goals in school history. The New Jersey Nets selected King with the 10th pick in the 1981 NBA draft. He went on to play 9 seasons in the league, averaging 12.1 points. Get the latest Terps news at InsideMarylandSports.com.